Hello, very good evening, all of you. Good evening, all of you. I hope you can hear my voice. Can I have some quick comments, please? Good evening, all of you. Hi, this is Vaishali Kandal. Good evening, all of you. Yes, very good evening, all of you. I hope you can hear my voice now clearly. So, our today's topic is transport and plant. As you all are preparing for your boards right now, so we'll be discussing it at the IP level also. Okay. So for your boards, it will be very helpful, all of you. So I'll be discussing a complete topic of a second year syllabus, that is transport and plant, and it is there in NCERT in first year syllabus, that is plant physiology. So we have discussed last class mineral nutrition. Today it's about transport and plants. Hi, this is Vaishali from Spark Academy, and I'll be going to discuss about the transport and plant. This complete lecture one shot program, it is for discussion of how plants transport their nutrients, that is food or water. So before starting the chapter, before starting the topic, let me tell you, you all can follow us on Spark Academy, sparkacademyonline.com, Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, any of the link, any of the field, or any of the social media you want to check, you can follow us on that. This is a complete team. This is a complete team of JEE, MSET, and Neet. So, physics, chemistry, maths, and biology, a complete team. We all are conducting daily live classes. In session, you can clear your doubt also. So freely clear your doubt. Free materials will be available on app. Tips and tricks are there, and PYQs also will be going to discuss. And you can join us for the classroom coaching also, as well as online coaching. In short time, a new crash course batch is going to start. Okay, already we have started a batch. Then crash course online also we are going to start. We will be starting soon. Short term regular batches are already going on. So admissions are open for 2022 and for next year also, for long term also, that is 2023. So for that you need to do one thing: download our app, that is Spark Academy app from Play Store. Then check out what all are courses right now available. And for that, if you want to opt, or if you want to enroll for any of the course, you can join by applying by one coupon code is there, that is VAI10. So this is my code, VAI Vaishali Kavai. So VAI10. So that code, if you will apply, and you will be enlisted in my student list, and will be directly connected, and then you will be, for that you will be getting discount also. You will be getting discount, huge discount. So this is our complete schedule. Normally we are strictly following this schedule unless and until there is some emergency. So we are following this schedule, so you can discuss or you can have this idea when biology, when there is a physics, chemistry, or maths lectures. So you can have a screenshot of this thing, so you will not miss out. Or else, so you can do one thing, that you just log into YouTube, and in that YouTube check the Spark Academy channel and subscribe that channel and press the bell icon, so you will not miss out any of our important lectures. I hope this much is clear, guys. So this is my code, and let me remind you again, that is VAI10, VAI10. So you can apply this code when you are enrolling for classroom, or as well as online coaching for Spark Academy. So if you apply this coupon code, then you will be getting huge discount in each and every course. So for Neet also this chapter is very important. This is from plant physiology, which will give you 9 questions. Complete plant physiology gives you around 9 to 10 questions. From that plant physiology, transport in plant comprises 1 to 2 questions. So why should we waste? Why should we not secure our 8 marks? See, बूंद बूंद से समुंदर भरता है, like that we want to collect each and every mark, we want to grab each and every mark from here and there. Okay, that's why if you are here with me 1 hour, then I will ensure that you will not miss, you will grab this 8 marks. Okay, for Neet also and for your boards also. So first we are starting transport. There are 2 means of transport actually, diffusion and osmosis. Diffusion, that means what is diffusion? Simply we are studying diffusion from from 8th 9th standard. What is actually diffusion? One second. So this diffusion, that means there is no barrier. Okay, there is no membrane involved in it to separate anything. So it will simply, simply mixed, or it is simply so random movement in individual molecule from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. Okay, for example, I'll give you one example here for diffusion. For example, you have one beaker, in that you have water in it, okay, and you are adding drop-wise dye. This is red color dye, writing it with red color. Okay, you want to add red color dye drop-wise into this thing. So concentration of dye will be higher in the drop. In drop, it is higher concentration. Higher concentration, okay, and in water concentration is low. So here if anything is from its own higher concentration to its own lower concentration, it is simply getting like this, it is mixing like this. This is called diffusion. I hope this much is clear. So anything, random movement of individual molecules from higher concentration to the lower concentration, from higher to lower concentration, this is called diffusion. Okay, now diffusion can be of 2 types. Diffusion can be of 2 types, simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. Simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. See, when anything is moving from its higher concentration to the lower concentration, let me like this. Okay, anything is moving downhill. See, when you are going downhill, okay, simply don't think about the concentration also, and then also when you are going downhill, at that time you will require less energy. If you are learning how to drive a car, and then if the car is in gear, already there is already it is in gear, then you can simply turn off the ignition, and you can simply go down from the slope. So when you are going downhill, energy is not required, no energy input. You will require no energy, that means no ATP. That means no ATP. No energy, that means no ATP. Okay. So when you are going from higher concentration to the lower concentration, at that time you will not require, or you should not expend any type of energy. Energy for the cell is ATP, so you will not require any ATPs for that. Okay, no ATPs will be required if you are moving downhill. Okay, Simply diffusion is downhill only, that means higher to lower only, so no energy expenditure will be there. Is that clear? But sometimes what happens? Sometimes when you want to transport any hydrophilic moiety thing to the hydrophobic, when it is passing through the hydrophobic thing, then you require certain type of influencer or certain type of help. Okay, certain type of carrier molecules, that is called facilitated diffusion. That is called facilitated diffusion. Simply, see, before COVID, anyone can visit any type of community, or you can say gated community, or any type of society. Okay, but right now we are strict. We can, I mean, they are not allowing anyone to come inside the society or community and visit them, right? So in that case, if you want to visit any gated community, okay, in that case you require some influencer, some influence of कोई जान पहचान वाला होना चाहिए, right? And if you have some influence in the particular society, then he or she might call that so and so people will come, please allow them to come inside the society, right? So in that case, the influencer, it is the same way carrier protein is giving you a channel to move. So here, this type of facilitation is provided by carrier protein. When you require this type of carrier protein, when anything is moving facilitated one, simply for example, our lipid layer or so membrane is made up of lipid bilayer. Okay, like this, it is made up of lipid bilayer. So when you want to track, when anything of hydrophilic moiety, when you want to pass, okay, from this lipid bilayer, sorry, red color is not visible clearly, so let me draw it with some other color. So hydrophilic moiety, when it is passed through the hydrophobic lipid bilayer, at that time you require channeling through the protein. This thing should be passed from this protein carrier molecule. This is our protein carrier, and this will facilitate this type of diffusion. This type of diffusion also, it is from higher concentration to the lower concentration only. So that is, no ATPs will be required, and but you require protein molecules here. So this type of diffusion is called facilitated diffusion. Is it clear, guys? This is called facilitated diffusion. Simple terms of transport we are discussing right now. So this is called facilitated diffusion. Again, facilitated diffusions are of two types. Okay, they are of, I mean, actually three types: uniport, antiport, and symport. Second, so uniport, antiport, and symport. That means, for example, if any one molecule is passing like this, it is called uniport. Okay, if two molecules are passing but in opposite direction, like this, so A is moving inside and B is going outside at the same time. So you have single door head. If you have only one single door, from only one person can pass. Okay, it has capacity of one person only inside that. So one should go out and then only one can come. One can enter the thing. Okay, so this is called antiport. And when symport, so it is double door, so two molecules together pass in one direction, it is called symport. So these three circles, they are carrier proteins. So this is what a facilitated diffusion is. Passive sympod, there are three types: sympods, antipods, and unipods. Okay, and active transportation. What is active transportation? Active transportation, that is pump. One second. So active transportation. Next it is active transport. So what is active transport? When you want to move anything, pass anything uphill. Okay, this was downhill. In this direction you want to transfer anything, that means low concentration to higher concentration. So anything is moving in this gradient, that is opposite to concentration gradient, against a concentration gradient. Against a concentration gradient, that is carried out by membrane protein, that means it's a type of facilitated diffusion only, but it is opposite. So that is known as active transportation. Why it is called active? Because when anything is moving from low to high, you require energy for that. Energy is required, yes. That means ATP is required, yes. Okay. So this is also known as uphill transport. Uphill transport. Okay, example of these type of transport, it is pumps like sodium potassium pumps. So when there is anything which is charged one, so for that it is energy required. So sodium potassium pump. Example of active transportation. I hope this much is clear, guys. In both this case, in active transport as well as in facilitated diffusion, so in both of these cases, membrane proteins are involved. They are highly selective. Okay. Facilitated is also selective and active is also selective. And transporter or transport gets saturated. That means when carrier proteins are completely not available, they are occupied with the molecules to transfer, they get saturated. So in both the cases, they get saturated. This is uphill and facilitated diffusion is downhill. So here energy is required in facilitated one, no energy required. Okay. So this is uphill, but facilitated, remember, but facilitated diffusion, it is downhill and it doesn't require any ATP. No ATP is required, no energy required in that case. I hope this much is clear, guys. So let us go back. So now second is osmosis. Osmosis is a diffusion of water. See, simply when we are talking in terms of water or a solvent diffusion, so diffusion of solvent from its own higher concentration to the lower concentration across a semi-permeable membrane. Remember here membrane is involved. Semi-permeable membrane. Involvement of membrane is there when you are separating two solution with a membrane. At that time, water or solvent will move from its own higher concentration to the own lower concentration. That is called osmosis. So diffusion versus osmosis. So it is a passive movement, diffusion, and it is a process. Osmosis is a process in which diffusion of solvent occurs. Remember, and membrane is involved. So it can occur in solid, liquid, and gases also. Simply incense stick, that is agarbatti, agar room mein jalate hain. So in that case, its fragrance will spread out throughout the room. So that is gaseous type of diffusion. Okay. So that diffusion occurs with solid, liquid and gases, all the type of state of substances. But osmosis occurs only in liquid medium. Then it does not require a semi-permeable membrane, and osmosis requires a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, now we are talking about osmosis. Now we are talking about osmosis. So what happens when a plant cell? Okay, there are three types of cell: isotonic, hypertonic, and three types of solution: isotonic, hypertonic, and hypotonic solution. That means here outside water concentration is high. Here outside water concentration is low. Outside water and inside it is balanced, it is equal. Nothing is high, nothing is low. Okay. So here concentration of water is high outside. That means water get inside into the cell. So cell will swell up here. It will swell up. Swelled up in this condition. Here it gets shrink because water concentration is higher inside and lower outside. So it will move from its own higher concentration to its own lower concentration. So that means water will move in this direction and cell will get shrink in this condition. In isotonic solution, it is equal. So there is no net movement, no loss or no gain of water by the cell. So cell will be remain in the same condition. So this happens in the cell. Okay. But what happens in case of plant cell? Plant cell has a rigid cell wall outside. So its cell will will be placed inside a hypertonic condition like this. Okay, in concentrated salt solution. That means outside water concentration is low, inside is higher. So water will move outside the cell and cell get plasmolized in this condition. This is called plasmolized. Cell get plasmolized. Okay, cell wall remain in the same condition, cell membrane or water will be lost from the vacuole and from the cytoplasm. Okay, but when this type of cell are placed again into the fresh medium, fresh water, they will absorb water again to retain their turgidity depth. That is called deplasmolysis. So water movement in the plant, vital force theory, root pressure theory. See how water is now. This is about the inside the cell, how water is moving. Okay. Now when the water is absorbed by the root cell due to osmosis, okay, water is entering to the root cell. After that, how it will move till the tip of the plant. Okay, till the tip of a tree. From the root to the tip of the tree, how it will get moved. What is the movement for this water? So these type of water movement is there. For that, there are three theories: vital force theory, root pressure theory, cohesion, fusion, transpiration, pool model. So according to vital force theory, according to this theory, living cells involved in the ascent of the cell. Then root pressure theory. So ions from the soil actively transported inside the vascular tissue of the root. Water flows and pressure increases inside the xylem. So that is root pressure theory. Okay, because of the ion channel, ion transport, there will be pressure increase inside the xylem. So that is root pressure. So simply when I want to push anyone, from a long stairs. Okay, when I want to push you from a long stairs, okay, from the room. So first I need to push you out from the room, outside the room, till the first step of the stairs, right? That is given by this first push, that is called modest push. Okay, modest push to this water It is provided by root pressure. It cannot push to the long distance. See, in plants, there are two types of transport system. There are two types of transport: transportation and translocation. So translocation, that means long distance transport, and simply transport, that is short distance transport. Okay. So for example, when you want to travel from one city to the another city, either you will require bus, or you will require train, or maybe you will be traveling through flight. So that is translocation. For that you require some specific type of mode of transport. Okay. But when you want to just go to the institute, at that time you don't need to rent anything and board any train like this. Okay. For that, you simply drive your scooter, or if it is nearby, you can simply walk by your institute. So that is transportation. So transportation, that means from the nearby soil particles, water is transported inside the cell of the root. So that can be done by two means, either osmosis or diffusion. Okay, mostly it is osmosis. Now it has been reached to the root cell. Now from the root cell, how it will transfer? From the root cell, how it will be transferred to the tip of the plant. See, where you actually water the plant? Near to the roots, that means in the soil, or in the leaves or flowers, anywhere in the plant. No, we are watering at the soil level only. Okay, in the ground level, near the roots. So roots are the only means of the transport of water. From that only water get absorbed, and then it is transported by roots only. If you are watering the plant at the leaf point, then also leaf will not absorb that water. Okay, so first modest push, it is given by root pressure. Then second, it is cohesion, transpiration pool model. So from one side, one thing is pushing, that is root pressure. From other side, other thing is pulling up. Okay, that is called transpiration pool. And water molecules, they have adhesion, cohesion, and surface tension. So cohesion, that means they'll be living together. I mean, they'll be staying together. If one molecule will reach to the one point, it will pull up the other molecule. So that is cohesion. Okay. Adhesion, that means they are adhering to the surface. Okay. Transpiration pool, that means from the other side, from the stomata, from the leaves, water is getting evaporated, it is getting lost in form of water vapor. So that is evaporation of a water from the leaf to the atmosphere decreases water potential of the epidermal cell. Next, transpiration. What is transpiration? There are three types of transpiration: stomatal transpiration, circular transpiration, lenticular transpiration. So takes place through the stomata. 1 second, guys. So stomatal transpiration, that means transpiration takes place through stomata which are present on the leaves. Cuticular, that is loss of water through the cuticle which is present on the herbaceous stem and the leaves. Then lenticular transpiration, that means minute pores like structure found on the stem of the some woody plants. From that it is getting evaporated. Then next, see what is guttation and what is transpiration. So guttation, which is a process whereby water is lost from the leaves in form of liquid droplet. Mark this point, guys. Guttation is very important. So when in the early morning, when you see from the grass blade, water droplets over the grass blades, leaves of the grasses, that is actually result of guttation. This guttation, it is due to root pressure. This is due to root pressure. Root pressure is there at the night time also, but at the night time transpiration rate will be low, and because of that water is getting water is lost in form of water, lost in form of liquid droplets. That is called guttation. But in transpiration, it is always in form of vapor. So guttation is usually occurs at the night. Okay, remember at night, and this is during the day. Then it occurs through the vein endings of the leaves. So it is an uncontrolled process and it is a controlled process. So this is about, see, now how this water will move. So movement of water, this is about, see how it will reach till the xylem. So for the reaching till the xylem, this is root epidermis, cortex, endodermis and pericycle. So there are two ways. There are two ways of movement of the water. One is this, okay, this movement, and the other one is directly this movement. Okay, yellow one and red one. See, that means simply when you want to travel, to the, uh, from one city to the other city, okay, which is little bit far. So you can take highways also, okay. You can take highways. So you just need to, you are bypassing the whatever congestion, whatever traffic is there inside the city. You are taking the bypass routes, that is highways only. So simply highways gives you apoplast type of transport. Highways means apoplast. Remember, this is trick to remember apoplast. Apoplast, that means you are taking highways or bypass route. Bypass route or highways. Okay, simply apoplast is bypass or highways. But after a certain period of time, when you are reaching to that point actually, so highways भी लिया तो एक one point के बाद check post आएगा और then you need to enter. It is compulsory for you to enter the city. One city at least और छोटा सा गांव, small village you need to cross. Okay, so this is what apoplast is still Caspian strip. This is your that particular check post where you need to enter the city, so after that, this is endodermis. Inside the endodermis layer there is one water impermeable layer of subarachnoid, that is called Caspian strips. So thereby water cannot be transported through cell wall only, then it needs to cross the cell membrane, so it becomes symplast now. And with the symplast type of water transportation, it's simply water is transported through the cytoplasmic streaming from the plasmodesmata to the next region, and again plasmodesmata, from that only it can transport. I hope this much is clear, guys. So apoplast is bypass or highways, bypass route or highways, and symplast, that means you are entering the city now. So you need to cross the traffic. So symplast, always remember symplast is slower. This is slow and apoplast is fast. So highways पे traffic नहीं होती है, तो अपनी speed भी बढ़ जाती है. Like that only apoplast is speedy, fast, because it's a bypass route. And symplast, thereby you can need to bear with the cytoplasmic streaming, all the cellular organelles and all this. Okay, so that means symplast is slow process. Is that clear, everyone? If you are there, you can answer, you can ask your question in form of chats also. So this is about water transportation till the xylem. Then from xylem, it will reach up by this three means: root pressure, cohesion, fusion, or cohesion, adhesion, transpiration, pool model. Okay. Now we are discussing about, so I hope everything clear about the osmosis, plasmolysis also. We have discussed that also. Now it's about water potential. So water potential. water potential. Very, very, very important point. Okay, for that we have a symbol that is psi W. So water potential is a concept fundamental to the understanding of water movement. So solute potential and pressure potential, they are two main components of the determining of water potential. So water molecule possess kinetic energy. See, you all know that state of matters. So in solid state, it will be having less kinetic energy as compared to liquid one. Okay, so water is in liquid state, it will be having certain type of kinetic energy. So in liquid and gaseous form, they are random motion and both rapid and constant. The greater concentration of water in the system, the greater is the kinetic energy. So concentration of water is high, which is equal to the kinetic energy. Increase in the kinetic energy, high kinetic energy. Okay, greater the kinetic energy or greater the water potential, or psi W will be greater. That means wherever water concentration is high, psi W is high. Okay, that is water potential is high. So pure water will be having greatest water potential. Okay, pure water will be having greatest, highest water potential, and that is also zero. So when you are adding anything, when you are adding any salt in pure water, this psi W goes down from the zero, so it will go on the negative side. Go on the negative side. Okay. So of any solute, when you are thinking about, water potential is negative. Water potential is minus. So if two systems containing water are in contact, random movement of the water will be there according to the osmosis, and net movement of the water molecules from the system. Net molecule of the water molecule from the system with higher energy to the other with the lower energy. So that means water will move in which condition, which direction? From its own higher concentration, water will move from its own higher concentration to its own lower concentration. Okay, that means, for example, you are having two types of solvent. One is having two solvent, solvent A, and, two solution, solution A and solution B. This is having 1% NaCl and this is having 0.1% NaCl. 0.1% NaCl. So where water will be high? Water concentration will be high here in this condition. So we are not talking about the concentration of NaCl here. We should talk about the solvent or water when you are talking about osmosis. Remember this thing. Osmosis, when we are talking about, at that time we need to consider only solvent. So concentration of water is high this side, low this side. So water will move in this direction. Is that okay, guys? So which one will be having a low water potential? This thing will be having low water potential and this will be having higher water potential, because amount of solute you can increase, amount of water potential will be decreased, and whatever is decrease in the water potential, that is your solute potential. That is called solute potential. Okay, so actually this is at ATP, that means at standard temperature, and STP, this we are talking about zero and all this, it is at STP, that is standard temperature and pressure. So when you are applying pressure from outside, it will be changed again. So at standard at STP, water potential psi W is equal to solute potential plus pressure potential. I hope this much is clear, guys, about water potential. This is very important. Water potential of pure water is 0. Okay. And unit of the pressure, see, water potential is denoted by psi and expressed in the pressure unit by Pascal. Pressure unit Pascal. So this is about water movement, apoplast, symplast, Casparian strips and all this thing. Now we need to think about the movement of food. Okay, movement or uptake or transport of mineral ions. It can be active or passive again. Then flow and transport, flow from the source to the sink. Flow from the source to the sink. This is phloem transport. This is phloem transport. Guys, I hope you are understanding the you are clearing your concepts with me. Okay, so this is from source to sink. Now tell me, what is the source? What is the source of production of food in plants? Come on, quickly. Those who have joined, quick answers I want. What is the source of production of food in plants? Quick, quick. Source. What is the source here? Source is what? Yes, Bhavna. What is the source? Come on. Phloem is the source. Phloem is the transport material. See, एक कंपनी होती है जहां से प्रोडक्शन होता है एंड फ्रॉम दैट वी नीड टू परचेज सम प्रोडक्ट एंड देन वी आर यूजिंग सम courier parcel services to transport the thing. So that phloem is serving as that parcel or courier service. Okay, or a pipeline or a channel through which we can transport. But production or companies or I mean अपने घर में कहाँ पे फूड प्रोड्यूस होता है, फूड मेकिंग चलता है in the kitchen. What is the kitchen of the plant? Kitchen of the plant is leaf. So source is leaf. Okay, leaf is source here. Bhavna, it's leaf. Leaves can carry out photosynthesis and that's how they can make food. Okay, leaves are source because it can make food. Okay, it can carry out photosynthesis. So this is leaf. You can see one leaf over here. So here, this is a leaf. Here it is, food production is carried out. If food is formed in form of glucose, then it is converted into sucrose and then it is translocated in form of sucrose only. It is translocated in form of sucrose till the sink. Okay, when it is reaching to the sink, then the sucrose is converted to starch and which is storage material of food. Is that clear, guys? See, money production के लिए we can do anything. There are too many types of, for generation of money, for earning more money, you have too many fields. Okay, so any of that thing you can use and you can earn some money. Okay, then money is transferred from one to another, it is used, or either it can be used up directly or it will be stored. When it is stored, there are lots of means of the storage. You can store in form of bank, you can store it in form of gold. Okay, so this is storage part. So three parts involved here. One is production of food in form of glucose, then it is translocated in form of sucrose, and it is stored in form of starch in case of plants. So here actually leaves are producing glucose and it is converting it to sucrose. Okay, then they are transferring, then it is moving in the phloem. How it will move in the phloem? Sugar enters the sieve tube. Remember component of phloem, one of the most important component of phloem is sieve tube. Okay, so when sieve tube is filled up with sucrose, beside that xylem will be passing by. Inside the xylem there will be no sucrose, and inside the phloem there will be sucrose. So inside the sieve tube it is high because of osmotic pressure. There will be hypertonic environment inside the phloem. Okay, and in xylem there will be a hypotonic environment. So water will move here. Remember, water will move from xylem to the phloem. And because of the movement of water, there is turgor pressure, high turgor pressure created. And when you are, see, sometimes when you are giving pressure over one region, that thing is moving from the low pressure region. So when, for example, here it is loaded completely sucrose and water will enter here from the xylem itself. So here pressure is high. In this region, pressure is very high. Pressure is very high. So whenever there is high pressure region, the substance will move to the low pressure region. That is called pressure or mass flow hypothesis. So simply it will move in the low pressure region. Again there will be high pressure here and again it will move to the low pressure region. Till which point, for example, root or example of the tip of shoot, this may be sink. This may be also sink. So wherever it is required, it is moving to that region. Here it is leaving that phloem. Sucrose will move outside. What is moving outside? Sucrose. So inside the phloem, there will be again hypotonic environment. So water, whatever comes from the xylem, it will be returned back to the xylem again. Sugar leaves, remember sugar leaves the sieve tube. Okay, and water flows by the osmosis. Water flows back to the xylem. Water flows back to the xylem. Is that clear? This is called pressure or mass flow hypothesis. Now we are discussing, see, we are moving towards the PYQs. So before that, let me remind you all of you can download our app for great discounts on our courses. And for that, if you are enrolling for any of the crash course or any of the course, you can apply simply one coupon code. You can simply enter one coupon code that is VAI10. Okay, then you will be enlisted in my student list. So this is what we are offering with what we are giving after joining the academy. Free handwritten notes, study materials, PYQs, free mock tests are available. So this is a Spark store. Link is given in the description box. So from that you can purchase any of this thing, PYQ solutions, also study material, full length test, and all the courses are available in the store also. This is how admissions are open right now for classroom coaching as well as online coaching for the crash course. Okay, we'll be soon starting a new batch of crash course. So you can join any of the branch at Narayangura or Mehdipatnam. So this is online coaching, online based. Online also we are starting. If you don't want to come offline, then you can join online coaching also. For that also you can apply same coupon code VAI10. On daily basis, on demand live sessions are there. Doubt clarification sessions are also conducted on demand. And this is how we are giving assignment on daily basis and conducting test on weekend basis. This is a test report which you will get after the test, giving the test. This is our method. So basic concepts and all these things, and highly experienced staff we are having, highly experienced faculty we are having. We are personally mentoring and clearing the doubts. We have a limited batch size. This is what, when you are going for classroom coaching or online coaching, what you will have and what you will miss. For online, you will be not having access to classroom, and we will be not providing you hardbound books. Online material we will provide. First question: which of the following criteria does not pertain to the facilitate transport? Not pertain to the facilitate transport, sorry. So correct answer here for facilitated transport, that is facilitated diffusion. It is selective, yes, it is selective. Transport gets saturate, yes, I have told you it gets saturate. Requirement of special membrane protein, yes, you will require it. But when it is about facilitated diffusion, it is not uphill transport, it is downhill transport from high to the low concentration. So it is not uphill, so that is our correct option. Second question: transpiration and root pressure cause the water to rise in the plant by pulling and pushing, respectively. Transpiration is pulling and root pressure is pushing. So A is correct option. So pulling and pushing, transpiration creates pulling and pushing, that is negative pressure force. Next question. So column of the water within the xylem vessel of the tall trees does not break under its weight because of what? Because of what? Come on, answer for the fourth question. I'm waiting for your answer. Come on, we have only 5 minutes left. Bhavna or anyone who are answering, please answer with the question number. देखो ऐसा है, I'll be getting your answer after few seconds. It may happen that I may have started the next question, then you are answering for the first one. Then if you are writing 1 ABCD, 2 ABCD, then I can know for which question you are answering. 4A. So A is correct answer, Bhavna. So due to tensile strength of the water, the column of the water within the xylem vessel of the tall tree does not break under its weight. Next, root pressure develops due to low osmotic potential in soil, passive absorption, increase in the transpiration, and active absorption. Come on, I'm waiting. Okay, let me discuss with you the answer. It is D. Active absorption creates root pressure. In this process, expenditure of the energy takes place for the movement of the substance against a concentration gradient. It's fifth D, Bhavna. Then sixth, root plays insignificant role. That means no role of the roots, no proper function of the roots, insignificant role in absorption of water in which type of plants? Piscia, pea, wheat, sunflower. This is not a 2000 rupees question. It is asked in 2015. Okay. Come on for the sixth question. When the roots are not playing proper role, insignificant role they are playing. Correct, Bhavna. It is Piscia because it is hydrophyte. It do not require water requirement of a hydrophyte जो already पानी के अंदर है. It's a hydrophyte plant where absorption of water by root is not important. The next question: which one gives the most valid and recent explanation for the stomatal movement? For the stomatal movement, which is giving the most appropriate recent explanation? We have discussed this thing in the mineral nutrition also. Seventh question. Chalo, chalo, jaldi, jaldi. Do it fast. We have 3 minutes left. Potassium influx and efflux, starch hydrolysis, guard cell photosynthesis, and transpiration. Correct option is potassium. So potassium ion influx and efflux responsible for the movement of stomata. Then next question, water vapor comes out from the plant leaf through the stomatal opening. Through the same stomatal opening, carbon dioxide diffuses into the plant during photosynthesis. Reason out the above statement using the one of the following option. So both processes cannot happen simultaneously. Correct, Bhavna. Seventh one is correct. Now for eighth one, you need to answer. Come on, it's there on your screen. Select your option. Okay, correct answer is D. One process occurs during the daytime and another at the night time. So it actively growing plant water is continuously evaporating from the surface of the leaf cell through the stomatal opening. So this is called transpiration. Through the same stomatal opening, CO2 is diffuses into the plant during the photosynthesis. That means carbon dioxide come inside the plant cell. Okay, so it occurs in order to diffusion pressure gradient or diffusion coefficient. So it's B, sorry, not D, it's B. Both process can happen together because the diffusion coefficient of the water and CO2. 8B. Then last question, the water potential of pure water. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Come on, quick answer. Water potential of pure water is less than 0, more than 0, more than 1 or 0. Easy peasy. Come on, come on. Quick answer. Ninth question. Correct. It's 0. Water potential of pure water is 0 and it is highest or lowest? Bhavna. It's highest or lowest? It is highest water potential of pure water, which is 0. Okay, you can see, let me remind you, all of you, you can join us on Telegram also. You will be not missing any of the thing which we are discussing, any of the lecture or quick bites. We are providing quick reels or some tips, tricks like thing. So you can follow us on Telegram link also. This is your homework question. I'll be waiting for your answer in comment section. So take a screenshot quickly. Take a screenshot quickly. Screenshot of the second question also. Sodium potassium pump is the cell is example of what? Third question, guttation occurs through lenticles, hydatodes, periderm or stomata. And if you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Okay, subscribe to our channel, that is Spark Academy, and don't forget to press the bell icon for the notification. This is our result of last year, 2021 Neet. Thank you so much. Do not forget to press the thumb icon for liking and share the video to more people. Thank you so much, all of you.